Out of context, that sounds so wrong. And I started streaming. Oh god. I wonder if YouTube caught that.
Well, Ali was going to prison.
Well,
Finally, Jesus Christ.
what?
It took you forever.
Well, yeah, I had to remake the whole thing. Why does it say premiere? No, I don't want it to premiere. Well, yeah, I had to remake the whole thing. Oh, okay, there we go. I was like, why the fuck is it a premiere? Oh yeah, now I have to fix chat. Control C. Properties. Control V. Can somebody type anything in chat? I need to see how I need to see how good it looks on stream is all.
Yeah, I typed moo.
Yep.
Should be there in a couple minutes.
Yep. Well, seconds, but yeah. Yeah, it looks alright. For some reason, Control Z, no. Uh, yeah, for some reason the cover needs to be a whole different size. Or actually, no, it doesn't. It's just the fucking optical illusion. My bad. Yeah. Everything's fine. Finally. Yeah, for those who didn't know, Streamlabs from now on requires full access to someone's Google account. So they basically can delete videos, comments, whatever the fuck. So I had to remake everything into OBS. If anything's buggy, blame it on Streamlabs. So I think all I have to do is have these here. Okay. Finally everything's working properly. Oh wait, I need to check the description and everything. Gotta make sure the live stream's proper. Oh, I forgot to add it to the podcast playlist. Alright. So, we're back on the topic of game development. Yippee. How shitty modern game development is.
Okay.
What?
Here we go again.
Yeah. Oh shit, here we go again. I'm gonna go for a quick piss and grab an energy drink in the meantime. So you guys get to talk about anything you want. Don't get me canceled.
Let's cancel it.
That means I should stay quiet, huh?
He didn't say that.
He said don't cancel him. Don't get him canceled.
What if I do? All it takes
So what
is
do
just
we
one
talk
word.
about?
Well, who's that?
What are we gonna talk about?
The game, man. The game.
What game? I'm so tired right now.
Any game. There's all kinds of games. I'm playing Fallout 76 right now. Trying to level up, grind it.
I've been playing Minecraft all day and night.
Got some shit ass mechanics, but still, I like it. I'm playing it.
I've played Fallout 76 a couple times. I've had fun while I've played it. I just haven't felt like getting far on it.
Yeah.
I'm just making memes.
I'm back.
One in the head, please.
What?
One in the head, please.
You gotta wait in line.
Fuck the line.
Anyone on the left for disability.
I'm so
Sure.
tired.
I'll take your entire stock, sir.
Maybe I shouldn't be near my sword when I'm tired. I'm gonna end up cutting myself if I clean it when I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go put my sword away.
You
Smart
should.
man. Yeah, smart man.
You see that, folks? This person is more smarter than 99% of us.
Sorry about that. I'm DMing with Nord. He's having some personal problems. That's why he couldn't join us tonight, unfortunately. Hope everything goes
No
well,
problem.
Nord. Oh, apparently there's a comment on the server. Oh, just a meme. Arson sent a couple memes actually, so we can do that at one point. Um, Oh yeah. Um, any updates from you guys on your opinions and perspectives of modern game development since we last spoke about it?
It's getting shittier to me.
Yeah, I agree with that.
There's no way around that.
Uh, I mean, there is a way
So,
around it. It's just not really the
yeah.
best one.
So I'm
I
playing
s-
Bethesda games, so I'm getting used to the crashes, man. That's a new.
I feel like I've played way too much Skyrim over the last couple of days. Been playing way too much Skyrim and Minecraft. I made a character 5 days ago and I'm already level 50. That's like 10 levels a day. I play way too much Skyrim.
I mean, it really depends what you're doing in Skyrim. Because you
Yeah.
could be doing like quests that are giving you a fuck ton of XP. So you, let's say you like one mission gives you like 2 levels.
I guess. I made the character 5 days ago.
Well,
So
yeah,
I'm
but
already level 50.
that's the thing. Uh, like it really depends what you're doing in the game. Because yeah, if you do 5 missions and you're level 10, do that 5 days in a row. Of course, you're gonna reach the level 50.
Well, you would have been able to do that on your first character, though? No.
Oh, my first character, I was not even level 50 within the first month. It took me
Oh,
like 2 months to get to level 50
why?
So you learn.
because I didn't really know what I was doing and I kept just doing random stuff that didn't give me any experience.
Oh, so you're learning the game.
Yeah, it was my first ever character.
That's fine.
Eventually, I did get to level 100. So yeah, it is my favorite character that I have made. My first character. It
I
is
mean,
my favorite character.
the thing is, we all start
And
somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get to.
Like,
He
it's
said
also
he got a level 50 so fast. Well, you already know what to do. That's what I
yeah,
was getting to.
like
That's how fast you got.
when I first played Minecraft, I didn't even know what a crafting table was. Like a friend of mine had Minecraft. He was playing it, and I asked, "What the fuck is that game?" And basically, he said, "Oh, it's Minecraft. Want to play?" I was like, "Sure. What do I do? Whatever the fuck you want." Well, shit. The fuck does
I
that
have
mean?
in Minecraft before.
Genuinely, it was when I first like started playing, like of course I knew what WSD was at the time. But I was basically just running around and I thought Steve's hand was like a special tool. To be fair, back in the day, it was like one of the early fucking versions of Minecraft where Steve's hand was like it genuinely looked like a tool instead of a hand. And I didn't know what the fuck it was. I just knew it was something that you hit blocks with and it gives you stuff. Uh, So I asked my friend for like 2 minutes straight, where the fuck do I get the tool for like to mine stuff? Because I mined a couple blocks, got them in my hand, and I could only see the block, not the hand. So I was confused. Where's the tool? But now, in like a couple fucking hours, I can make a fucking iron armor and uh like a pretty decent base and farm and shit.
Yeah.
So
How long have you been playing Minecraft for?
well, I uh the first time I played Minecraft was in like 2012, roughly. Um but I first bought my account, like I bought my Minecraft in like 2016 because that's when I got my hands on some money from my part-time job.
Okay.
The only other I kind of played Minecraft before that, but it was a cracked version, and it was at a programming special class. So after normal school, I would go to like a special school that would teach you programming, where I learned HTML. And
Okay.
when the teacher would like the teacher would give us a task, we would code it, and because me and a couple of friends finished quickly, we would just download the cracked version of Minecraft and play in LAN. That was around 2013, 14, something like that. But yeah, that was my first experience of Minecraft. The funny part was that between my first experience and my like LAN experience, it felt like night and day. Like the first time I played it, where I thought that Steve's hand was a fucking tool, I played for like 2 hours, and the second time I played, the game felt so different. I was like, oh, I understand what's going on. Like from like those 2 hours of experience, I understood how the game was supposed to be played. It was around the time where spruce trees were a new thing added to the game. So yeah, I played for a long like I played a while ago.
Yeah. I don't remember when I started playing Minecraft. I know it was a very long time ago.
To be fair, I have a very visual memory, so it's kind of like in Inside Out, like with the core memories, they would like play out as a cinema in Riley's head. That's kind of how my memories work as well. I'm a very visual person, or auditory, like see, like imagining or visuals, auditory or smells. Like those trigger memories very easily in my brain. But um, the auditory is the weakest out of them. Like songs are fine. I can memorize certain discussions almost word for word, but those are very few in between ish. It depends how impactful they were. Like I remember
Okay.
arguments, but like day-to-day stuff, what for example, if you told me 3 weeks ago you like strawberries, I would forget at one point.
I noticed that.
What?
I noticed that.
Yeah. uh, my memory is one of my most reliable and sometimes inconsistent. like uh, pros about me. It really depends. For example, I don't remember everything we said in the last modern game development podcast, but I remember what we covered. I remember like broad topics that we had to cover because of the Actman's dumbass arguments. But yeah, word for word, like I wouldn't be able to quote something specifically from that podcast. Well, I have watched together already, so I'll send you guys the link so we can cover the video.
Hey, it didn't work for me. Send it again for me.
Uh, it wait, you clicked on the link and it didn't work.
It didn't do nothing yet.
I don't know how to like.
No.
Here you go. It's the same thing.
Oh,
Um. Also, Moo, one of your friends is in chat.
Oh,
Yeah, Dande9 or Loki. You might know him.
oh,
He said, "Hello, I'm Moo's
never.
friend. Hi, Moo.
Yeah,
Welcome to the
I know them.
podcast."
They play on my
yeah.
well. They also quite old IOUs too.
Ah. uh, yeah, he told me about the IOU's contract. Jesus fucking Christ.
It's not that well, it's not them I have to worry about, it's their teammate that uses them the most.
Fair enough.
Their teammate is the one that I'm scared of.
Thanks. Oh yeah. Before we get started, I don't remember. Moo, did you answer the question of what do you think of modern game development? Like, did your perspective change since the last podcast?
It has not changed at all. I think games are made either way too fast or way too slow. Like good games take too long to come out, and there's bad games that come out every single year. Like as I said before, same thing.
Fair enough. Um, Shadow, do you have any updates since the last podcast? Since you lasted the longest?
My brain go boom.
Quite the update.
Yeah,
um.
it was a
Oh.
misclick.
Well, did you leave the watch together?
Uh, yeah, I needed to mute my mic for a couple seconds, and when I was unmuting it, I accidentally hit the camera.
What?
I'm joining the watch together.
Okay. Oh, you had to change your name, Shadow. Did you really have to change your name?
Yeah,
Why?
I don't know.
It's not visible, so
Good enough for me.
fair enough. Um, while Moo is getting back on the watch together, we're visiting one of our old headaches called Endymion, the the bastard that keeps calling everything woke, including fucking Helldivers out of all games. But
I hate people like that.
what?
I hate people like that.
Well, good news. This video is actually a year old, or actually a bit older, if I'm not mistaken. Um, Last I checked, it was like a year old. It's just this is the last video he made um, before starting his woke trend videos. So we basically have a pretty good comparison to see how good his arguments were before hopping on the woke trend for clicks and views, and how he is now with the bullshit about GTA and Helldivers being woke. Hello there, Bailey. You got here just in time. We're gonna start.
That's my other friend. I'm pretty so Bailey's
Oh, you're lagging out.
my other friend.
Yep. Uh. Oh. Apparently Bailey is Dande's sister. Okay. Welcome to the stream.
They're both my friends.
Yep. It's so annoying to use OBS for streams, like compared to Streamlabs. OBS really needs a pretty decent update for streaming stuff. Like I'm lacking so much information and the comments are delayed a bit. Like I have to rely on a pop-up window of the chat. Wait, if I close it, does... Oh, okay, never mind. I don't have to rely on it.
What's up, friends? It's Endymion, and you ever find yourself playing?
Oh, my bad. So, this video is called "The Broken State of Gaming is Killing the AAA Industry." I agree with the title. It's quite on point. But pretty much what we concluded on the last stream is that stupidity and greed is kind of ruining game development in general. Like we kind of came to the conclusion that those are the main two problems in modern game development. Let's see if Endymion offers any like other reasons why that might like there might be other causes for the shit show we are in today.
A video game that you've been eagerly anticipating, only to realize that the game either doesn't work, runs terribly, or should have been delayed. Well, my friends, you may have encountered a classic problem called modern gaming syndrome, and that's what I want to talk about today. Why are so many games busted these days? It's really weird because out of all the industries in the world that I can think of, it's only video games, to my knowledge, that seem to suffer from this. But before we...
It's not just video games, it's movies, it's TV shows. I would argue the standard of quality in general just fucking plummeted through the floor. What do you guys think? Like, do you think only video games are affected to this?
It's everything that's a
Yeah, everything's done.
I guess the tech like uh technology department isn't really affected by this. Like new phones, new computer parts. Like the only
But the
thing that
quality,
what?
but the quality of the product.
Well, that's the thing. I think the products are getting better. Like GPUs, for example,
Uh,
they're not as fragile
okay,
as they used to be.
yeah.
Same with CPUs.
aren't the newer iPhones so easy to destroy though?
Yeah, but that's iPhone. They've been shit since 2015. The thing is, iPhone is kind of like
Yeah.
the
Yes.
the black sheep of the. It's the fuck. I'm missing. Like it's slipping. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's the exception to the rule. Because let's be fucking honest, like iPhone, like or Apple in general, is not the only like high tech company anymore, or like leading in tech company for a long time. Like their newest fucking quote unquote flagship device had a commercial where the phones would like touch each other and share information, and then like people would fucking meme the fuck out of it with the Samsung S4, I think it was, or the S5 that did that already. But in general, Apple is the exception of the rule that technology still to this day isn't really affected by this bullshit. I guess greed only is the only thing that affects it. Like Nvidia's greed for like in the marketplace, like the prices of their GPUs is like fucking insane. But other than that, I don't really think there's anything else affecting the like technology part of our lives in terms of ruining quality. Like
Yeah, I guess.
I've accidentally dropped my S22 fucking multiple times and it still has no crack or ding in it.
Same here.
Did you guys encounter any tech problems because of greed or poor manufacturing or quality in general?
I think of any really.
Not really. Like, yes.
My only problem is with the fucking OS. Um, I kept my Samsung from updating for 4 months, and I was used to the old gesture system where you would have the main menu, back, and multiple apps at the bottom. And because I started with the Samsung layout, the back button or the back gesture would be on the right side and the multiple apps on the left. Usually it's the other way around on Android phones, but I got used to the Samsung version, so whenever I had the opportunity, I would swap it to the right side is back. I did the update, and now I have to swipe from the sides of the screen to go back, which interferes with most fucking apps because most apps, when you swipe left or right, like Discord on your phone, it it swaps between chats and um the like side menu where you choose which DM or which server you're on. Add and to add fuel to the fire, you also have the edge, like the edge screen menu, where you have like a small like
Window drag.
and then you have like a small fucking widget on the side of your screen, and if you swipe towards the middle of the screen when like over it, it would pop up the edge screen with multiple apps or the weather or whatever the fuck you set it up to. And now I'm accidentally opening that menu far more than usual, um, compared to going back. And I hope they fucking swap back to the old gestures because Jesus fucking Christ, this new setup, it's really annoying. Like software, I understand the issues. Also, Microsoft with their fucking bullshit Windows 11. Like, they can literally fucking spy on anything that's on your screen with Windows 11. It's disgusting. Like, how greedy and shitty everything is now with software stuff. Anyway, back to the video.
To begin, let's hear from the sponsor of this video, Hero Wars.
Oh, for fuck's sake. We're 37 seconds in. Why do people do this? Just leave it to the end.
Here is an interesting fact. There are many different and unique characters in Hero Wars. We have cyborgs, aliens, vampires, even furries won't be disappointed. My personal choice is Chava. Find your favorite champion in Hero Wars today. Imagine buying a car from a dealership and the salesman just tells you, oh yeah, the brakes sometimes just don't work. Also, the airbags aren't deployed properly, but we'll fix that later. And also, the wheels might fall off if you go over 80, but like, yeah, we'll fix that too. Don't.
So, a Tesla. Unironically, this is the shit Tesla basically started with on the Cybertruck. But yeah, he's hitting the right. He actually has quite decent points right now. The fact that a video game, bro, chat on OBS is so delayed. Oh yeah, I know. I cannot do anything about it. Like, the only reason why I swapped back to OBS is because Streamlabs literally wants access to your Google account, which and I read before I clicked accept. They basically have full access to your YouTube stuff or Twitch stuff. So if you post something and Streamlabs decides nah, they can literally go and delete the video. They can delete comments. They can do whatever the fuck they want. Basically, they have your account. And because of that, I had the stream got delayed even more than what it had to. But yeah, for once, I actually like fully agree with Endymion's points here. Like, Modern Warfare 3 is the best example of this, where the story is short, the online barely has any new guns. They basically ported everything from Modern Warfare 2. The zombies was a fucking rip-off in more ways than one. And the basically the fucking the price, $80 fucking dollars for that. It's fucking insane.
Don't worry, you'll be fine. Nothing bad will happen, probably. Yet when it comes to video games, it's business as usual for the most part, and it makes me feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Ask yourself if there's any other product in the world that you buy that doesn't work like a modern video game. I'm sure there's rare examples like maybe you're missing some screws from an IKEA furniture set or the 1 in 1 million smart.
Oh, come on. Earlier you didn't he make the claim that only video games have this issue?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh,
He did. He said, "Can you hear me?"
yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he was saying that only video games were facing this problem or issue.
But why he earlier gave the example of cars, which wait, was the Cybertruck a thing a year ago?
There's been a thing. Yeah, I think so.
Because correct me if I'm fucking wrong. The Cybertruck had a fuck ton of issues on launch. Did the when did the Cybertruck launch? Actually, hold on. Tesla Cybertruck release date. Yeah, November 30th, 2023. And I guess it's not really a year old. It's getting there, but yeah, I guess the video was a bit too old to know about the Cybertruck, but quite ironic that he kind of nailed the issues with the Cybertruck from an example he thought of the at the top of his head. But yeah, he's contradicting himself that only video games are a product you buy and something is wrong with it. Hell, the fucking Amazon items or eBay items or Wish. Those are pretty good examples as well. Did you guys buy anything recently that was like built or like you're missing something or is something wrong with it?
No, I haven't. I
No.
haven't bought it recently.
Actually, my brother ordered a couple new screens for his setup, and one of them was cracked. He had to send it back.
I guess that's a shipping problem more than the product not working as
No,
intended.
no, no, not the screen cracked. Like they was cracked, like inside, like the
Oh,
it wouldn't turn on, like it was done.
oh, in that case, yeah,
Yeah, no, it wasn't shipping. We knew that.
fair enough. Um, I haven't ordered anything recently that's like poorly made. But
I haven't ordered anything at all recently.
yeah, I guess I I would argue that it really depends what you're buying and who you buy it
Yeah,
from. Like if you're gonna get something off of Wish, expect it not to be like in the
yeah.
pictures. But even a
Emo memes.
even a, like again the fucking Cybertruck, Tesla, a giant ass fucking company that basically makes millions from selling fucking electric cars. Even they have like a fuck ton of issues, both software and mechanical, with their vehicles. Actually, the car industry is the best example of these problems. Like, there's a fuck ton of cars that had issues on launch, even back in like 2010 to 2008. I still remember a Top Gear news section where a car company had to send like return letters because um, the wheel bolts on their production cars weren't fastened properly, and it affected literally every fucking car they had in production for like 2 years. So 2 years worth of like different models of cars had to be returned uh, to like fix the nuts on the wheels from like the wheel flying off of the car. So it's not really a new concept that you buy something and it's kind of broken when you get it.
TVs ships defective. But the common experience amongst people when it comes to video games is kind of insane to me. I guarantee almost everyone watching this knows at least one person who suffered the red ring of death back in the day. And even then, you will have
Um, I didn't. Like my own Xbox and everybody else that had an Xbox that I knew never encountered the red ring of death. Like, what are you getting at? Like, like there's a difference between manufacturing issues and like a, a unfinished product being like you. I don't remember Xbox selling a console that is missing internal components or that it's like you like hook up your Xbox and it immediately has the red ring of death or something like that. The video games kind of have the problem of the moment it's launched, it has a problem. You have to like they chose to publish the game even though it's incomplete.
Get one.
Like that's a completely
Hey, oye,
different
no
story.
pruebe. O no sirves.
same thing.
¿Sí heats up? No, pues look at it.
Paying customers who will protect these products like their lives depend on it. Like, why are you white knighting for companies who don't care about you? It's weird. But anyway, this all came to a head for me when I was playing the Dead Space remake. The game is fun as hell, and I loved revisiting it, but it also had problems. I would say about 15 times or so, the game either didn't work properly or had glitches that would result in having me reload in order to fix them. Entire sections of the game wouldn't work correctly with objectives not updating, items or sequences I needed for progression just not appearing, or bizarre visual glitches like this one, where the game's camera froze on the save station and my Isaac was released from the game's camera, and while it was goofy, it was annoying me as well. The craziest visual glitch I had was near the end of the game where I loaded my save and the game
So the game has bugs. Okay. Now you have to explain like start well I wouldn't really say theorize, but that's really the only way you can put it. Like theorize why these problems happened. Like like uh, for example, when I pointed out the mistakes in Helldivers 2, I didn't just say, "Oh, they have these problems." I also pointed out how they can be fixed or why they happen in the first place. Mm. Also, remasters are notorious for having like breaking the game they're remastering. Did you guys ever play a remaster that basically damaged the game instead of
Uh,
improving it?
I can't really think of any.
Uh,
I don't think I have. There's games that have been remastered that I wanted to buy, but I waited for the reviews and then I opt out of it, which is something I usually don't do. But with the state of the game right now, that yeah, I have to watch videos on it because so many games that I like that are being remastered are being turned to crap.
yeah. So
But personally, I haven't seen a game, I haven't played a game that's been remastered.
I personally haven't bought a remastered game because I tend to stick to the originals. But a good example is the Master Chiefs collection, where certain remasters are being they're being poorly made. You also have the Assassin's Creed remasters, the um, shit. Now it's slipping my mind. The Crisis 2 remaster, or Crisis 2, the Crisis 1 remastered. Like it really like fucked with how the game functions. You also have um I think the Dark Souls remaster got a couple fuck ups because it's a remaster. But that's the thing. Um like in general, remasters are poorly coded because they just plop it into a like better like recode to better graphics port instead of like putting in the work to actually like optimize it properly. For example, Assassin's Creed 3 remaster, like that really fucked with a lot of how the game functions, at least visually. Like there's so many visual bugs in that game that many requested a refund. At least that's what I've heard. I could be wrong. Um, but yeah, there's not really many remasters where it actually goes well. They are notorious for being poorly made. Why is he talking about remasters for fuck's sake? Talk about, you have so many good examples. Like a year ago, Modern Warfare 3 was out. A year ago, like from the perspective of a year ago, you had No Man's Sky, you have Modern Warfare 3, you have um fuck, I haven't played a lot of games, a lot of recent games because they're poorly made from the get-go. The uh no, not Dead by Daylight. Fuck, there was a zombie game that was renowned for like there was a zombie game with a fucking trailer where a guy listens to music jogging and everybody turns to zombies around him, including himself. And when the game came out, basically the hordes were like not there at all, even though the trailer showed like a fuck ton of zombies everywhere. Hmm. Hold on. Let me find the game real quick. I think it was Days Gone. No, no, it wasn't Days Gone. Oh, Dying Light. There we go. That was it. It was very advertised with a fuck ton of zombies, a fuck ton of like things you could do in the game and how uh quote unquote how intelligent the zombies would react, but the game is like your average zombie game. Like the AI is poorly coded, the amount of detail is laughable compared to what was advertised. Actually, the Dark Souls, yeah, Dark Souls 2, they needed a fucking what do you call it? They needed like a director's cut fucking edition of the game, or like game of the year edition, to um to achieve what they promised on release. It was quite shady too, like even at the time.
game just went full blown first person mode on me. All my guns couldn't be selected. I couldn't open my menu, but I was free to walk around in first person and not gonna lie, I was kind of feeling it. I mean, sure, it's glitched, which sucks, but like, I wouldn't mind a first person mode for Dead Space. Like, look at this, it's actually kind of cool. Well, besides not being able to fight back and then dying because the game isn't running properly. Then we have games like Forspoken, which are the definition of development hell in modern gaming. This game is a PlayStation 5 console exclusive, yet it looks like it came out years ago. The characters' faces look lifeless, and the world is about as empty as a nun's love life. Everything about this game screams.
Mm, graphics are a very like small thing to complain about. Like it doesn't really matter how a game looks as long as the gameplay outshines the graphics. Like fucking hell, Crisis was renowned for being the most beautiful game that your PC could never run at max settings. But it still had a fuck ton of like gameplay that was really enjoyable. And there was a lot of detail put into the game. Far Cry, fuck's it, like the first Far Cry, like the graphics were amazing for its time, but the gameplay was still first. Um, Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider was literally fucking blocks, or like it had very low like visual quality, and but the gameplay was like insanely detailed. Same with Tomb Raider 2. Like they improved the graphics from Tomb Raider 1 to Tomb Raider 2, but the gameplay was still the main fucking focus. Actually, I think we found our fucking second culprit, or like third culprit to um like modern game development curse, like just focusing for better graphics. Wait, is Moo, are you there?
What?
uh are did you leave Watch Together?
My son was being weird.
How long did you
It,
miss?
I could still hear what was going on. It was letting me hear what was going on. I just
Oh, it's just because you turned to gray in the bottom, so I didn't know what happened.
I can still hear what's going on. I just can't see it.
Do you need what's the issue?
And I don't really care. It's fine. I can still hear what's going on. I don't really need to see.
Fair enough. I mean, you could also use the stream to see if you want to.
Yeah.
Alright.
Problems with a capital P. Not to mention that I'm not fond of these various modes like performance, quality, or ray tracing. Why should I have to pick between 60 FPS or better quality graphics? Why not just include all of them in one mode?
Because a console cannot withstand both. That's the problem with like a console. Like even the PS5 and like the Xbox Series X, like as like incredible they are for a console, uh having both 4K and 60 FPS, it's really demanding, especially for certain games. Like you for example, Last of Us 2. Like the graphics in that game, uh, and running it at 60 FPS requires more than a fucking PlayStation 5 for optimal stuff. That's the thing. Like a game doesn't just load graphics and load frames. It also has to fucking process the AI. It has to process the game itself, how things interact. You need a strong and you need a powerful CPU for that. You need a fuck ton of RAM to make sure everything runs smoothly. You need a very fucking powerful GPU to like load the models alone, then add graphical details like skin pores and hair physics and particles and all that shit. Like all of this actually fucking it's very demanding for the hardware.
I know some will say, well, it's because the PS5 can't handle that, but that's BS. Because
Oh, fuck off. It's not BS. You can't expect like a car. You cannot just go full fucking throttle and expect it, or you cannot use a car at top speed all the time and expect it to last until the service time. Like an F1 car like barely lasts a race, or the Le Mans cars. They have to do what the fuck they are like. They have to go around Le Mans for 24 hours straight, and they can't they can't go full throttle the whole time. Otherwise, they would just fucking snap in two. Like, granted, like the quality of like car parts is getting better and better with the as the years go by, but there's still to this day no car that can like full throttle like do the best it can 24/7 like 24 hours and win the race.
back when the PS5 released, one of its launch titles was Spider-Man Miles Morales. When that game launched, it too had multiple different modes like Forspoken, which was disappointing to me because this was a brand new console generation. Surely the PS5 could handle it, right? Well, turns out I was right, but it all came down to time constraints. Sony and Insomniac Games would end up releasing an update a mere month after launch that combined both ray tracing and 60 FPS settings into a single mode. Now you could enjoy smooth gameplay and reflective surfaces.
So it's about optimization then. It has nothing to do with uh, the way the game was at launch could not handle both. That's the point. They had to like optimize the amount. Like I can bet you right now that if you use the ray tracing from the like release date and you compare it to the ray tracing and 60 FPS you get after the update, the ray tracing would look much worse. Well, like less better than when you focused mainly on ray tracing. Like, why is it so hard to understand that you need very powerful parts to fucking handle both, and a console cannot handle both unless you put a fucking 4090 in it, which is fucking insane to put at like the 4090 costs even more, like as much or more than a console.
And looking at Spider-Man and Forspoken, there's no excuse why it runs and looks the way that it does. Especially since Forspoken is PS5 and PC only, arguably the two strongest current forms of gaming hardware available right
There is no hardware difference between the Xbox and the PlayStation anymore. Like both Xbox and PlayStation perform almost identically. The only difference between them is how they process the SSD data. Xbox will keep multiple games open, or at least 2 or 3 games open, and retain the progress, compared to the PlayStation 5, which keeps one game going for a short period of time, but it loads faster. Those are the differences between the consoles. Hardware wise, they're identical, or like graphics performance, they're genuinely the same. And processing like CPU performance is the same. I've seen multiple graphs Because when the PS5 and the Xbox Series X came out, I genuinely like wondered which one would be worth buying, and they were both identical. Everybody everybody that reviewed the consoles stated that because it's an objective fact. And everybody that reviewed the consoles pointed out that the only difference between the two is the way they process information from the SSD. You need a fucking PC to make a 4K 60 FPS and above. And it costs a fuck ton more than a PS5 or Xbox.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go.
But like with Spider-Man, the game was clearly capable of being better, but it was due to time constraints and developer prowess. Insomnia.
No. Oh. Your argument is correct, but the conclusion is horrible. It's about optimization. Why do you think War Thunder can run on a fucking potato with wires? It's because they spent a lot of fucking time to make sure that the lowest possible settings still function on like the worst fucking trash computer you can find. Because they want to make the game accessible to multiple players. AAA games that focus on having insane amount of detail in graphics, because that's the fucking selling point now, apparently. Uh, uh, they don't focus on let's make sure the game can actually fucking load the graphics efficiently, so the lowest let's say somebody picks the 60 FPS instead of the 4K. Let's make sure that even the 60 FPS 60 FPS looks decent. But they don't. Not only is it time constraints, it's also fucking incompetence, like we fucking figured out the last podcast. Because they don't give a shit. Like, game developers nowadays genuinely don't give a shit anymore. Or at least the leaders. Like, look at The Last of Us. Like, a story focused game didn't focus on the fucking story at all. They focused on the graphics.
I might head out now.
Alright. Take care, mate.
Sadly, I couldn't stay up more. So
It's fine. It's 2:30 already.
yeah, my mom is going to come in screaming.
Oh shit.
That's me, I guess. Send.
Wait, you're sending memes? Oh.
I send one at least.
uh I'll show it at the end.
Okay. Y'all have fun.
We'll do. Well, at least we'll try. Take care, comrade.
Goodbye.
Later, man.
Do you guys agree with Endymion on this?
I don't really. I don't really agree with him.
Do you have a different reason than mine, or is it the same?
Basically the same.
Cisco?
Yeah, the same. That's. Hear me?
Games as a
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, okay. I thought I muted myself. No.
Oh, no, it's fine. If you muted, I would have noticed and pointed it out.
Oh,
developer are knuckin' futz when it comes to making games, however, they're somehow capable of creating bangers on a consistent basis. The people that are wizards when it comes to making games.
Hold on. If they're able to make consistent bangers, why is the current state of gaming broken? That's quite contradictory.
wait, who's making bangers? Where, what?
Hold on, I'll rewind.
But like with Spider Man, the game was clearly capable of being better, but it was due to time constraints and developer prowess. Insomniac Games as a developer are knuck and futz when it comes to making games, however, they're somehow capable of creating bangers on a consistent basis. The people there are wizards when it comes to making games.
Insomniac isn't making bangers on a consistent basis. Like, what does he mean by bangers? As in, like, the games are popular? Sure, I can agree with that. But they're not bangers because everybody that fucking criticized or looked at the Spider-Man Miles Morales game with a critical eye noticed the fucking problems with the game. There's a lot of gameplay and storytelling, or like story problems with the game. You really have to define what a banger is, mate. Have you guys watched or played Spider-Man Miles Morales?
I have played it.
I've
Uh,
not.
I've played it.
Moo, I've heard you, Cisco. I'll get to you in a sec. Uh, Moo, when you played it, were there any moments where the game felt very twitchy when controlling Miles?
Yeah, a couple times.
Um, did you notice the issues with the story?
Yeah, I didn't really like the story.
Oh no, no, not if you liked it or not, but the problems that it
Oh
had.
yeah, I noticed the plot.
Yeah. Um. Oh.
I still like it.
What?
I still did not like the story.
That's fair. I didn't like it either, but it's not like I'm not saying it's bad because I don't like it. I'm saying it's bad because of the fucking quality of writing. Like
Exactly.
the the
I
the the fucking storytelling in that game is fucking horrendous. And uh like the motivations of the characters are fucking like contradictive to the dialogue that they have. Uh, Dande said that his brother played it. Um, uh, Dande, did your brother at any point complain about the Miles like moving awkwardly? And not because he was using the Spider-Verse glitchy movement like the movie FPS of the body, but like in general, like he would attach to buildings like kind of twitchy or unpolished compared to the first Spider-Man game. While Dande is replying, Cisco, have you seen the story of the game at least?
No, I looked at the game when it first came out and I just thought I wouldn't want to play that.
Fair
I didn't
enough.
even give it a chance or anything. Yeah, it's one of those type of games for me.
Yeah, that's fair. I watched the entire story on YouTube because I don't own a PlayStation because, well, I used to, but it was my friend's, so I used his PlayStation mainly. But personally, no, I never fucking owned myself a PlayStation. So I didn't play it. I watched it because I was intrigued in the, like I saw Spider-Verse and I started to like the Miles Morales character, and when the game came out, I was interested in the story, and it was fucking horrendous. Uh,
I played Spider-Man game and Morales. I played Miles Morales' Spider-Man game and the
I think you cut
first one.
off. Yeah, you cut out there. Like we heard, it cut off after you said, "I played the game and."
Okay, I played the first one, but I did not like Miles Morales' one.
Fair enough.
I don't know. I
The
want to
first,
get the I want to get that.
the first one is it has a couple issues with the story, but gameplay wise, it's like great.
Yeah,
From what I've seen and like what the critics, well, critics, in general, how people described
I
uh
can't remember
the
about the
gameplay.
first one story, but I remember the gameplay was fun.
I remember the story because I buy Call of Duty games for the story, not for the online. So I'm a very story focused uh, gamer. The story in the first one was a mixed bag. Like there were moments that were like good, but there were also pretty horrible moments. Dande said that not that I know of, but he might have. Fair enough. But it's more to the point of yeah, there like I doubt there is any like game development studio that only released bangers and released more than two games. Like for example, Assassin's Creed. Like they released Assassin's Creed 1, it was a banger. Assassin's Creed 2 was a banger. Brotherhood was meh. In like uh, it improved what the Assassin's Creed 2 did, but it's basically Assassin's Creed 2 DLC. There's very little like yeah, there's a new map, gameplay and locations and story, but it's a direct sequel compared to making something from scratch like Assassin's Creed 3. Like the moment they had to make something from scratch, like remake Ezio's character player model, they had to remake his story, uh, what happened in between, the gameplay, like Revelations. Revelations was a dud. So not even the mighty Assassin's Creed at the time could consistently release bangers.
But I have to admit that Miles Morales, when it released, caused my PS5 to crash at least once, which scared the bejesus out of me. Since it was
So it couldn't run both uh 4K and 60 FPS since your game by default fucking crashed. I like how he claimed so proudly, "Oh, I knew the console could do it." Yeah, sure, if the game is fucking optimized for it. But like I said, if you compare the graphics mode, as in pretty fucking visuals, from Miles Morales release date to what they did after the 4K and 60, I'm pretty sure you will notice a downgrade in the visual quality.
the peak of the pandemic, and there was no way in hell I'd be able to secure another PS5 in my situation. The point is that too many games these days are broken at launch, and it sucks. And as graphical fidelity increases, as well as demand for more content does too, eventually something has to give. By the way,
So you understand back to the sponsor. So you understand that there's a fucking limit to the technology of a console. We're having this issue with like games on PC where they run poorly or they're optimized horribly or the game is unfinished and borked and there's barely any story yet they charge full price for it. Alright, bon appetit, Dande. Hope you have a great meal.
Hero Wars is a world of 6 unique modes and 100 million players. You can play alone or with friends. Also, be sure to try out the Titans mode, Become a Legend, play Hero Wars now. Look at Halo and the developer of that dumpster fire over at 343 Industries. That game's development was hell on earth, and apparently over at Microsoft, the Game Pass model isn't exactly doing the gangbusters they expected either. Microsoft's earnings report on Xbox got posted, and I'll spare you all the intricate corporate stuff and just tell you the bullet points. In Xbox's quarterly earnings, it was revealed that Xbox hardware revenue was down 13%. Their gaming revenue was also down 13%, their services and content went down by 12%, and there's an overall decline in their first-party content and...
Why do you think that is, though? Like, hold on. He glossed over. Like, he basically said, oh, Halo Infinite was a fucking dumpster fire. Okay, why was it a dumpster fire? And he immediately starts talking about the fucking loss of money.
That's
Oh, bless you, Moo. It sounded so muffled, I didn't even know if it was a sneeze. What did you guys notice how he just glossed over the fucking like direct link to like poor game development?
yeah. But
Yeah, I
see, he
noticed it.
contradicted himself by saying that the game development is shit, and then before that they were producing nothing but bangers.
Well, no. He was referring to Insomniac, basically the Spider-Man
Oh,
games.
okay.
But for Halo, hold on, let me replay.
Titans mode, Become a Legend, play Hero Wars now. Look at Halo and the developer of that dumpster fire over at 343 Industries. That game's development was hell on earth, and apparently over at Microsoft, the Game Pass model isn't exactly doing the gangbusters they expected either. Microsoft's...
Why do you think that is? Like, he mentioned the development was hell. Okay, why was it hell? Was it because the leader was a fucking moron? Was it because they had no fucking coherent, like, this is what the game is gonna be about? It's back to what we discussed last time. Like, a fucking 100 people with no leader will just make whatever the fuck they think is good. And it's gonna be a shit show. And he immediately skipped to the fucking money aspect. Also, Halo Infinite released without a fucking story mode. It released as a fucking multiplayer online game only. It was basically Call of Duty Online for free. And then they charged $60 for it. Or 70, I don't even remember anymore. But I remember playing the Halo Infinite for free, like just before release. And when they released the game, it was only online. You still had to pay for it, and there was no story mode for another like 2-3 months. And then when that came out, they decided to have the online aspect, like the PvP, for free.
My finger's bleeding.
What?
My finger's bleeding.
What did you do?
I don't know.
Last I checked, fingers don't just bleed on their own.
Last I checked, my finger wasn't bleeding.
What did you
Now
do?
it is. I don't remember.
Jesus.
earnings report on Xbox got posted, and I'll spare you all the intricate corporate stuff and just tell you the bullet points. In Xbox's quarterly earnings, it was revealed that Xbox hardware revenue was down 13%. Their gaming revenue was also down 13%, their services and content went down by 12%, and there's an overall decline in their first party content and lower monetization of their third party endeavors too. Basically, Xbox is reeling in disappointment. It even led to Microsoft laying off 10,000 people across their many businesses. Some of that unfortunately did hit their gaming side, with 95 people being laid off that we know of from 343 Industries, the current devs on Halo. To put that in perspective, that 10K layoff is about 5% of the entirety of Microsoft's workforce, which head of Xbox Phil Spencer said was a painful choice.
So they have way too many people working on shit. I genuinely do not understand what his argument is here. They made less money. They started cutting the amount of employees they have. So if 10,000 people is 5%, like how many people do they have employed?
Probably maybe 1 million.
No. If 5% is 10,000.
I don't know. I'm not good at math.
So 10,000 times 20, because it's only 5%. So based on the math, it would be like 200,000 people. But it makes no sense, but wait, I think I did it wrong. So 10,000 is 5%. Times 20. Yeah. Math ain't mathing. I think, yeah. In any case, his point is basically, oh, they laid off people after they lost money. That's kind of logical. Why wouldn't you fucking get rid of like employees when you don't have money to pay them?
Some of the other people laid off besides from 343 also came from Bethesda, the company responsible for Fallout, The Elder Scrolls, and more. This massive layoff has drawn a bunch of scrutiny from the gaming press, with VideoGames.com posting an article stating how Microsoft can afford to buy things like Activision Blizzard but can't keep the thousands of people employed. This corporate game of buying companies then discarding the
Maybe they laid them off because they're overcrowded and they're not efficient enough with too many people on board.
The games are not selling.
Yeah, like they have they have 10,000 people not fired, but they're not producing results. So why the fuck do we have them? But like this is the cruel world of business. Like they don't give a shit. Hell, I'm just a number as well at my workplace. I know that. I can be fired fucking tomorrow. Because I'm just a number. If my department doesn't produce money, they're just gonna fucking close the department, meaning me and everybody else working there is gone. Because we're extra weight. Like, I genuinely don't understand what he's trying to argue here. Besides, like, his point is basically, oh, a company that's worth billions can't afford paying 10,000 people uh, when they start losing them money. It's like, oh, I have a pipe leaking in the fucking bathroom, but that's fine. It's the bathroom. Who gives a shit? My house is still intact. Well, it's still gonna fucking flood your house at one point, isn't it? If you don't do something about it, you're leaking money. Disney is fucking leaking money like a fucking uh like like the Titanic. It fucking has a gaping hole where like lost revenue is just fucking flooding the ship. Disney cannot just keep making fucking movies and TV shows that are expensive as fuck and they don't make money out of it. At one point, Disney will run out of money and have to sell out. If they keep doing it, they have to lay off people and be more fucking cautious with what they do. Put more effort into the shit they're doing. It doesn't matter if Disney has fucking trillions. If there's a hole that leaks money, $1,000 a minute, at one point they're gonna lose $1 trillion if they don't do anything about it.
Actual humans behind it will have effects going forward. Of course it will. And it's only going to make the games coming from Microsoft suffer in quality even more.
You haven't explained why, though. You just claimed that. And like we discussed last time, yes, having a smaller team can either be effective or detrimental. Helldivers 2 with only 100 people was not enough for the 400,000 player base on launch. But the thing is, they hired extra people to fucking fix the shit. They hired more people because they need more people. If um if Arrowhead had 1 million employees and the game was bad, they would have to fire people because they're losing money.
I mean, things have gotten so bad for Halo that Microsoft has essentially hit the reset button on the entire studio, and development is apparently being pulled from supporting Halo Infinite, which, mind you, was marketed as being a platform for many Halo adventures to come, which is anything but. And amidst the layoffs, it's been reported that 343 is currently working on another Halo game codenamed Tatanka, which is supposed to be a Halo Battle Royale of some kind. And apparently, while Halo Infinite was being developed, instead of making content for that game, devs were instead working on prototypes for future Halo games and pitching them to the studio heads instead of fixing what was the current problem. So as you
If if you have the choice, let's say you have like $500,000, would you throw it into a product that failed, or would you try to make a new product that might succeed?
Go for the new product always.
Yeah, that's a much safer bet, technically. Like, it's honorable if you put money into a product that fail. Like, in a way, it's good faith that, yeah, you're fixing a mistake, but at the same time, it can cost you more to fix a mistake than make something new that will improve everything.
I gotta go. I will be back in a couple minutes.
Okay, take care, mate. Guess it's just you and me.
Damn, everybody gone?
Moo is gonna be back in a couple minutes. We're gonna be at this for a couple fucking hours. So
Alright, cool.
can can see, the
I'm
entire
good.
situation surrounding 343 Industries, Halo, and really all of Microsoft is kind of a giant mess. This internal struggle to make games complete before releasing them, however, is nothing new for places like Microsoft. As it turns out, according to a leaker named Horns, who has leaked many Xbox related things in the past, they leaked that Hi Fi Rush was going to be dropped during the most recent direct before it happened. They also leaked more info that allegedly paints Microsoft's future as even more bleak. According to Horns,
But it's not just Microsoft. Why do you think this? Why do you think Sony never made fuck ups? Spider-Man Miles Morales being a good fucking example. What game were you?
Okay.
Remember that game that you were eager to play when after Helldivers came out?
Me?
Yeah, you were eager for a game that the PlayStation censored the fuck out of.
Oh, Stellar Blade.
Yep.
I have it. I bought it. I still haven't played it yet.
Yeah, but
Games, yeah.
did it flop?
I'm not sure. I didn't follow it. I didn't keep following.
Fair enough. But from like, didn't you at one point say that many people started refunding because of it?
Yeah, yeah. They did some BS to it. Started censoring when it was an 18 plus game. And it was stupid censored. It didn't matter, but the fact that they did it is what got people to it. Yeah. They
Hmm.
changed it back though. They went back to it.
Yep. So that's one game from PlayStation. You also have Last of Us 2 with their fucking shitty advertisement. Or, sorry, not shitty, fake advertisement. That's another one. Uh, the Uncharted series. Oh, they released a game that had nothing to do with Nathan Drake, and it's basically they made Tomb Raider without Lara Croft. And last I checked, I'm sure the stats changed, but when it released, it made less money than the last Uncharted game. Well, even that, like, it wasn't as popular as the Uncharted game with Nathan Drake, the fucking icon of the franchise. So, in point is, stupid gaming, this stupid development decisions happen everywhere, not just Microsoft. Ah, I hate this bias that, oh, Xbox, and Microsoft are like the worst thing that happened to gaming. No, it's not. We're in an exclusives war because GayStation can't fucking compete in hardware. Instead of actually making the PlayStation 5 better in hardware and cheaper, because the PlayStation 5 is more expensive than the Xbox One X, or sorry, the Xbox Series X. Technically, Xbox is better bang for the buck, even though they have the same fucking performance. But everything is about fucking IP and copyright now because of fucking Gay Station.
Redfall, the new game from Arcane, is in rough shape. Despite showcasing new gameplay recently during a live stream, that announcement ended up causing more mixed reactions than Microsoft had intended. Horns then went on to leak that Starfield is currently being eyed as Microsoft's ace in the hole, and that they also want that game to release in 2023 to recoup financial losses. But here's the thing, that game isn't anywhere close to ready. And as if that wasn't bad enough, apparently Diablo 4 is also in rough shape too, which is apparently set to launch this June, but I have a feeling it'll get delayed too. But delays are normal these days since even Jedi Survivor is getting delayed to April, and honestly, I'd rather have a game be delayed and be great than have another Cyberpunk situation on our hands.
Cyberpunk had a fuck ton of time, and it got delayed like 4 times since the fucking trailers dropped. The fuck are you on about? Jesus. I guess his quality still didn't like his arguments technique like what he says is better than what he used to say, like what he's saying now. Like unironically this is still a much better fucking video than the last two we watched from him, but it's still the same scummy fucking lies or misrepresentation of the fucking facts as usual. And his conclusions are still fucking so off the mark.
The depressing part of the AAA modern gaming industry is how deep these issues run. People have been complaining about unfinished games for well over a decade now, yet it keeps happening. Games
So why are you focusing on fucking Microsoft? You spent 10 minutes of a 22-minute video focusing on Microsoft's fucking downfall. Based on how he described it.
are constantly being pushed out before they're ready, and it ends up making you, as the player, become a surprise beta tester.
Don't ask questions. Just consume product and then get excited for next product.
But the only difference is you paid full price to be one instead of the publisher paying you to beta test their game. Funny how that keeps happening, huh? You also have companies constantly pushing out new live service games every other month only to shut them down fast, like with the first Soldier over at Square Enix, or Hyperscape at Ubisoft, or Rumbleverse from Epic Games. Actually, Rumbleverse's cancellation is insane because that game just came out in August 2022, and it's being shut down already, not even a full year after release. The Rumbleverse Twitter account and
Because live service games are more expensive than, like, end up being more expensive than just spending money on a fucking complete project. Because you, like, it's in the fucking name, live service, so you basically monthly, like, have monthly costs for server upkeep, updates, patches, development. Like, it doesn't stop until the game stops making them money. Square Enix's fucking Avengers was a flop from the get-go. Everybody knew that the moment they fucking played it. Story was fucked. Well, no, the story was contrived. I guess I could like, that would be the best way to fucking describe it. Like, it's really fucking stupid that the Avengers wouldn't look into the, like, Chimera basically turning into a fucking mutant nuke and realize that Cap was alive. It took them like a couple fucking missions to, like, realize Captain America was still alive in space. And they had, apparently they had fucking years to do this shit. It was basically fucking Civil War, but without the fucking proper setup for it.
announced out of nowhere, quote, We have an important announcement to share. On February 28th, 2023, Rumbleverse servers will go offline. Players who have made any purchase since launch will be eligible for a refund. We thank you so much for playing. End quote. Well, at least they're refunding people who bought cosmetics, I guess. The same can't be said for other online games like Hyperscape. It's just insane to me that you can spend real money on cosmetics within a game only for the publisher to kill said game. And now
It's almost like microtransactions are a piece of shit. What do you think will happen to League of Legends when it fucking dies? What do you think will happen to fucking Fortnite when it finally dies? Like, what do you think happened to most fucking live service games? Or battle royales?
they have your money and you don't have the thing you've paid for. If it isn't apparent yet, it's that the modern gaming industry is a mess and that
Actually, the best fucking example of his fucking issue, but to a much larger scale, was The Crew. The Crew is a... wait, Cisco, have you heard of The Crew? The racing game.
Yeah, I have heard of that.
Did you also hear that Ubisoft basically stopped the servers for it and deleted it
Yes.
from the libraries of players?
Yeah, I
Yep,
heard that.
yep. That's a fully fledged game. People paid up to like 60, 70 fucking dollars for the like ultimate edition of it or shit like that. Yeah. Like all the DLCs, all the microtransactions for in-game money. Oh yeah, another fucking greedy ass thing. You could buy credits, in-game credits to buy cars with by using real money instead of grinding the game. The game was a fucking grind fest. Like making money, like getting money for a new car was like a fucking real life job. It was worse. It was genuinely worse than War Thunder. And War Thunder is a fucking greedy scummy bitch.
putting it lightly. Look, I understand companies need to make money, but these kinds of things keep happening even though it should never become the norm. Even EA has gone ahead and canceled not one but two of their mobile games with Apex and Battlefield Mobile. Apex wasn't even out for a full year either. It released in May 2022. And to keep the bad news going, EA will also not be issuing refunds for cosmetics bought either.
It's EA. The fuck did you expect? What do you think happened to the people that stopped buying, when the live support for the FIFA games stopped? People would waste fucking thousands of dollars on the fucking football players' stupid ass cards, and after 5 years, they would lose everything because the game doesn't have any more support for their online bullshit. Like, this is all bad. This is like, in general, this should be a fucking wake up call in general to like, don't fucking buy microtransactions and skins. Period.
What?
No, but that's basically what this is. This is basically him complaining about microtransactions and live action games, like live service games. But these are not technically AAA games, they're just quick money grabbing schemes. Like, you cannot fucking call Fortnite a AAA game or Apex a AAA game, even though it's made by EA or whatever the fuck retarded ass company that's very expensive or at the top of the fucking food chain. An indie developer could make a fucking battle royale game, make a couple $1,000, and then stop and not give refunds. Battle royales shouldn't be considered fucking fully fledged games in the first place. Why? Why is this in the fucking video? You're talking about AAA games, not commie fucking business practices. As in fucking battle royales.
Citing that the cosmetics are not refundable due to the terms of the EA user agreement, which is shady as hell. CEO Andrew Wilson also
And this is why you have to fucking read the terms of agreement. What do you think happens in real life with job contracts? Or contracts in general? When you loan money for a car, you have to read the fucking contract you're making. As in, there can be a line in the contract that says if you're 1 minute late on the payment of your car, the whole contract becomes null and void and we're repoing your car. No ifs or buts. You signing on that contract that says that means you agree. And then you cannot fucking take it back after it happens.
commented saying they are sunsetting this version of Apex Mobile. But that doesn't mean they're done with mobile ports of Apex or other franchises. A PR rep for the company stated, quote, EA plans to reimagine a connected Apex mobile experience in the future, and Wilson assures investors that mobile gaming will become a future venture for Apex as a franchise, end quote. While none of this spells well for EA, we have to remember the blunder that was Battlefield 2042. That game is the epitome of the modern gaming curse when it released to universal backlash. "2042 did so badly that older versions of Battlefield have more players playing them than it. EA also said during their meeting with investors, quote, we're hard at work at evolving Battlefield 2042 and are in pre-production on our future Battlefield experiences at our studios across the globe. As we look at the mobile market, the biggest new launches that are seeing the most success are the ones that are deeply connected to a broader franchise, Wilson said. There's not always crossplay, but cross-progression and a feeling that they're part of a single unified community and a single unified game experience, end quote. So it seems like EA is still doubling down on all the usual things they're known for, which is unfortunate. I still have hope that Dragon Age Dreadwolf and the...
Why do you still have hope when... Oh my god. Why don't you recommend, and hear me out, don't fucking buy video games until you know they're fucking good. Simple as that. That is the best fucking advice you can give. Because if people don't buy the video games, they will fucking put more effort into them. Like this is how you stop this problem. No, and this is for every gamer on the fucking planet that hears this. Stop buying pre-orders. Stop fucking buying the game before looking into it. Watch other people fucking play the game. See if it's something good in the first place. Like, no glitches. It's a fully fucking done game on release. No microtransactions. Not like nothing that's like anti-gamers. Or like... The moment it has no fucking shady business practices, that's when you basically know it's a good game. The only reason Elden Ring is not shit, the only reason why Elden Ring is so popular, it's because it's an old style development game. As in, on release, the game is done. It has a fuck ton of fucking features and missions and a lot of content to it. And the DLC is also basically a fucking full, like, what, half of the fucking game added to it, in terms of like half of the game worth of content added to it for half the price. The game is still horrible, like objectively in quality, but it's better than like uh like it's better business practices than whatever the fuck we have now. And that's why people love it so much. Like the bosses are fucking horrible. The combat is fucking unbalanced and janky as shit. You can basically melt through the game without having to fight a boss or anything really. You just need a fucking summon a creature to do that for you, and you just breeze by through the game. And the combat is unfair. And it's not difficult because, oh, it's hard to learn or you're just not good at the game. No, the fucking bosses are using abilities in such a way that they're countering you, like your inputs. They have like some of the bosses have heal punishes. Some of the bosses would wind up an attack, and normally, like based on how they wind up, you would think, oh, they're gonna drop the attack now. You roll, and they still didn't drop the attack. But the moment you're out of the roll, they drop it on you, and they're basically all like that. Like most of the attacks are specifically made to fuck with you. And they're really hard to fucking anticipate what the attack does. Like, it's still a horrible game, but at least it's a fucking full-fledged game instead of a fucking scaffolding pile of shit that you have to wait for updates and DLCs and battle pass seasons to complete it. But like the standard is so low. A game like fucking Elden Ring is praised to the heavens. Like the only reason Bloodborne is fucking popular is because there were no other fucking high quality games for the PS4.
Future Mass Effect game are going to be great because so help me God, if those games launch unfinished, I will become the Joker. I guess you could say that I'm just tired of playing Russian roulette with my wallet when it comes to modern games. There really is nothing else in the
So stop buying and pre-ordering games. That's the solution. And everybody should fucking do that. I recommend this in every fucking review that I make. Look into the fucking video game before buying it.
my life that I buy that I have second guesses wondering if it'll work or not. Headsets, microphones, butt plugs, it's all good and dandy over here. But the fact it's so commonplace is
Oh, I'm just showing Bloodborne because it's dope. Speak of the devil. Why don't you show fucking prices of video games and then how fucking retarded the game is? Like when you were talking about Battlefield 2042, show the price of the game and then show the fucking bugs and like just, and Damian, Even a year ago, even though this video is much better than what you do now, even a year ago you were horrible at this.
$80 over in the land of Canada and still be worried I may get a busted product is insane to me. Of course, it doesn't mean every game launches like a hot mess these days, and there's definitely bright spots that we should celebrate. Hi-Fi Rush, for example, was surprise dropped on players, and that game's reception has been nothing but positive. It's done so well for Microsoft that it was reported it made more revenue than Forspoken on Steam. Hi-Fi Rush is currently sitting at number 8 on the top 10 Steam games right now in terms of revenue, while Forspoken didn't even crack the top 10 in launch. But it speaks volumes that a game that costed way less to make and had no marketing push outside of one single trailer the day it came out ended up outperforming a PlayStation console exclusive game that costed millions and had the backing of Sony and Square Enix. While what I say next might sound crazy, just hear me out. I seriously think the industry needs to stop relying so heavily on these multi-million-dollar blockbuster games and should instead focus more on smaller projects that are both more interesting and are way less risky from a cost perspective. Hi-Fi
That is the worst fucking advice you could give. The problem isn't that the projects are too fucking big, it's just they're fucking made poorly. By his logic, movies like The Lord of the Rings shouldn't fucking exist. Just make a smaller story that will ensure you that you make a fuck ton of money. Mm. Mm. Standards of criticism going down the fucking drain.
Rush proves you don't need millions in marketing or insanely high fidelity graphics to win people over. You just need to have something that runs well and is just fun to play. Too many games these days.
No, you need something that runs well and it's quality. It doesn't matter if it's fun to play or not. Dark Souls isn't technically fun to play unless you enjoy a hardcore fucking experience. Fun to play is such a subjective standard. You can have fun playing Modern Warfare 3. It's still a garbage greedy game. You can have fun playing Fortnite. It's still a garbage greedy game. You can have fun playing Battlefield 2042. It's still a garbage fucking greedy game. That is the problem with the fucking argument of having fun.
Days are too big for their own good anyway, and couple those huge empty worlds with all the technical problems that come along with it. Of course gaming is more expensive than it's ever been before, but that doesn't mean it's better. Games like Octopath Traveler 2 come out soon, and that looks far more interesting than Forspoken or Battlefield 2042 could ever hope to be. Of course,
I find it not interesting whatsoever. This doesn't look interesting to me. Your argument, therefore, is countered. Just focus on quality, man. You were on the right path until you fucking said, oh, this game is more interesting than Battlefield or Call of Duty. Cisco, do you find this game more interesting than Call of Duty, for example?
Hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Did you say something?
What was your question? I was trying to ask.
Oh, do you find this game more interesting than Call of Duty or Battlefield or the Fallout 76?
it's better. Games like Octopath Traveler 2 come out soon, and that looks far
No, I
more
don't.
interesting than Forspoken or Battlefield 2042 could ever hope to be.
Do you find this game more interesting?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course, we have other big games coming out that blend big, sexy graphics and all that, like Atomic Heart. But as of the making of this video, that game isn't out yet, so here's hoping Atomic Heart launches without too many hitches and it's a quality game at release. And if you're watching this in the future, let me know if my prediction is right. I suspect Atomic Heart gets a 75 on Metacritic. Am I right? Let me know. And as I was making this video, it turns out there's even more bad.
It doesn't matter what fucking score it gets on Metacritic if the score is based off of, oh, I liked the game, yay, thumbs up. Because by that logic, people that liked The Last of Us 2 would give it a high score on Metacritic, and people that hated it without having the arguments for it, they just simply subjectively hated it, would fucking drag it down. That fucking scale is fucking useless. Like, in general, the only thing that like review scores on websites like Rotten Tomatoes for movies or Metacritic for movies and video games, they only show how popular something is, or whether a lot of people liked it or hate it. That's it. They don't show quality whatsoever. They could, based on the reviews, but it's just a popularity contest.
News coming out of EA. It's been reported that they've scrapped the single-player game that was set in the Apex Titanfall universe. Jason Schreier, who posted the story, said, quote, "Yesterday, EA and Respawn quietly canceled a single-player game in the Apex Titanfall universe, according to 3 people familiar. EA will try to find new positions for the 50 people who were on the team, but will lay off those who can't be placed." End quote. We're in a weird spot when it comes to gaming these days, that's for sure. Games are bigger than ever, they cost about as much as big Hollywood movies now, and all of this content leads to the possibility of problems happening way more than ever. You also need to remember that back in the day, games weren't updated as much as they were now. Now when you update a game, it doesn't just fix the problem, but can potentially bring all new hosts of problems. Just look at the gun Telesto in Destiny 2. That gun literally broke the game more times than I can count. And whenever new cosmetics or DLCs are added to games, that just adds more possibilities for things to fall apart again, which in turn means
It can also offer opportunities for adding features that are genuinely good. Features that fix other fucking problems with the game or new content. Look at Need for Speed 2015. It came out, it was a junky fucking mess. And they released free updates and DLCs and they fixed most of it. They made the game more stable. They added a fuck ton of content. And as their last hurrah of the game, they added crossplay.
more updates, which means more bugs and more updates, and you get the idea. So you're probably asking for a solution, anything that can fix this. My only real answer is that games need to stop being so large and they need to be treated like art again.
No.
Being large has nothing to do with it.
That was one of the points he made. It doesn't matter how much money it has, if it's shit. The solution to the problem.
Oh,
What happened?
nothing. Nothing I spill my.
Oh. The solution to the problem is simple. Stop buying pre-orders. Stop buying video games without doing your due diligence or fucking looking into the product you're buying. And like stop. Welcome back. And stop buying microtransactions. There's the fucking solution on the gamer side. On the developer side, to any developers that might end up hearing this, indie or not, make something with quality in mind. Focus on fucking gameplay or the story or whatever the fuck that your game is focused on. Make make sure that is well made, optimized, and fucking quality. If you're making a story focused game, make a good fucking story, otherwise nobody will give a shit. If you're making Tetris, make sure it's not borked. You came in just in time. This motherfucker is doing his conclusion, and Jesus fucking Christ. Like, he's coming to the worst conclusion possible.
Yeah. Oh. I
Uh,
wanted to
what?
when my box up to my room, so I had to find out old TV and figure out how to get that working.
Wait, what?
Okay, I wanted to bring my Xbox up to my room, and so I had to get my old TV working that I have not even used. It's just the old TV I found a while ago.
Why?
I wanted my Xbox in my room.
Why do you need an older TV in your room? Like, don't you have already a monitor in there?
That is downstairs at the moment.
Oh. Wait, don't you have a PC in your room?
It's not working, as I said.
Yeah, but you can use the monitor of the PC for the Xbox.
That's downstairs. And we're using it for something else right now.
Okay.
Well, at least I finally got everything working. It took forever figuring out how to turn this thing on.
There's usually a button on it.
Yeah, I found it.
Well, the good news is you only have to endure 4 minutes out of this video.
Well, that's pretty good.
The thing is,
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I'm talking to people. Hold on.
So Cisco, how's it going on Fallout 76?
I'm having a hell of a time. I'm at an event and there's freaking humans everywhere and I'm just dumping them everything.
You got a minigun?
No, I got a
Okay, sorry,
fixer.
my grandma
I got
came
one of
in.
the OP guns.
No
I
worries,
got a
mate.
double shot with an explosive.
Oh
It's
shit.
sick. And it's automatic.
Oh, nice.
I'm just blowing everything up. It's sick, bro. You should what? I should start recording this kind of game.
Yeah, then get a PC already, mate. We're gonna like live stream the shit out of it. What?
I'm not leaving my room.
Why?
Because my grandma's mad and I don't want to deal with that.
Alright. Why is she mad?
Come on.
I don't know.
Did you lock the door?
No, my door doesn't have a lock. It glowed.
Barricade it?
I could do that.
Well, when the lock don't work, a bar of wood will always do. Are you actually barricading your fucking door right now?
I don't know. I'm thinking about it.
I mean, you could.
Why not play Minecraft?
You want to play Minecraft?
I'm playing Minecraft on my realm and I just died.
Ah,
Apparently,
wait,
somebody
you're
was
not
able
hopping
to
on
get-
the watch together?
Well, I have it on my phone right now.
Oh, okay. Oh,
On
it's because your your user is still gray, so yeah. I was basically waiting for you to hop on watch together.
I'm about to. I was just getting my Minecraft on too.
I
Someone thought it would be a good idea to put a hole in my sky base.
I think that was Dante possibly.
Oh, probably, almost certainly.
Let's be real. Video games are largely not being treated as art these days. It's just hitting deadlines, more battle passes, or whatever else. And I think for both the sake of the human cost.
um, Thinking of a video game as art wouldn't really help. It will just make things more complicated. Like, uh, like the game developer would like the developers of the game can just say, like Battlefield 2042 is art. It's just futuristic art. Um, Developers of Fallout 76 when it came out could just say, "Oh, it's the art of an empty world with no NPCs, no story, no nothing." Developers of Halo Infinite, it's lack of features and simplistic nature for a high price is art. Like, that's the thing. Art is such a fucking flimsy word that does nothing to to the discussion. Like, anything can be art, but that doesn't make it good. It just makes it art.
I still don't know for sure if I consider a game art.
Well, that's the thing. Anything can be art. A painting of a car can be art. Um, a loading screen in a video game can be art. The world in a video game can be art. Like, um, for example, GTA 5 on max settings with a 4K graphics mod. Go anywhere in the world and just look in a direction. That can be art.
Yeah, I know, but I've heard many arguments on both sides.
Uh, just the point is keep art out of it because it's a subjective thing.
Yeah, I know.
No, I'm not saying you to keep it out. It's like people that debate fucking quality of video games and shit or whether a video game is good or bad because it's a constant fucking argument that, oh, Last of Us 2 is an art video game. You cannot say it's bad because it's art. Like, fuck off.
How does that art can be bad?
Yeah, good luck explaining that to people online. They will just claim, oh, it's your opinion because art is subjective.
Cool. Just, but it's bad.
Yeah, but that's
all
just
I
your
have to
opinion.
say.
It's your opinion that it's bad, and everybody's entitled to their opinion. Which turns it into a popularity contest. So if there's like you have 100 people in a room, 51 say it's good art and 49 say it's bad art. Therefore, it's good art because there's more people that like it.
At that point, just say it's not good or bad.
Yeah, but this is the internet we're talking about.
Oh yeah, good point.
That's the whole fucking point was good luck arguing art on the internet.
I will find a way.
Oh, I found a fucking way. I don't give a shit if it's art or not. This thing has a problem. It's objectively bad, depending on how severe the problem is. Simple as that. Lord of the Rings is art, yet it still has a handful of fucking issues here and there. They're very small issues, but they're still issues. It's not a 10 out of 10, it's a 9 out of 10 because it has flaws. If it had no flaws whatsoever, it would be a perfect fucking series. Therefore, a 10 out of 10. Oh my god. Like, I'm so sick of having to fucking explain this to so many people. Like, how difficult is it to understand that, like, certain words or certain sentences are subjective, certain are objective, and to when describing something is good or bad, you're basing it off of the quality of the product, which has nothing to do with popularity, how many people like it or hate it, how many people fucking bought it or watched it, or how much money it made. Like, no, it's just how the fucking product is, like what the product is, and how well it achieves the thing. But yeah, the internet is full of fucking idiots that will argue against that.
On the dev side and the expectations of the consumer, this needs to be addressed. You can't rush art to meet demand. That's how you end up with the later seasons of Game of Thrones. Stuff.
No. The later season of the Game of Thrones wasn't because they were rushed. It was because idiots were in charge of the fucking script.
I have not watched Game of Thrones. So
Don't.
I that.
Trust me, don't. It's not worth it because they ruined the ending.
Okay.
Okay, to give you an example, to give you the context, not an example. The series is based off of a series of books. The TV show started catching up with the books because the book writer started sucking his own dick in public how good his books are and how good his show is. Well, his show, like the show based off of his books, instead of fucking finishing the story. The show finally caught up with the books. They went past the books, and instead of building their own fucking story, like their own train tracks, they literally shot themselves in the head and derailed the train.
They sound like idiots.
To give you a quote of the person in charge of the Game of Thrones series, like the TV show, this is part of the script that oh fuck. This is where I had no idea what to do with the script. That is the quote. As a fucking director of a multi-million-dollar fucking series. Oh, and they also had 2 years off. Like, between the second to last season and the last season of Game of Thrones, they had 2 year break for the fucking book, like the final book to come out.
Just. How did they mess up so bad at that if they had 2 years?
It's called being stupid, or incompetent, or retarded, or however the fuck you want to put it.
That sucks.
Okay, an example of the idiot, like the stupidity that they made. At the start of the episode, the leaders are around the table with the map. The enemy has a fleet of ships, like with dragon killing weapons on it, or like on the ships. They have to go past the ships to attack a castle. Moments later, in the same episode, one of the leaders flies on one of the 2 dragons they have over the ocean, and the dragon gets shot by the ships that they mentioned earlier. And the excuse of the director, the same idiot that said that he didn't know what to do with the script in general, said the leader kind of forgot.
How do you forget that?
Thank you. Welcome to the problem. Okay. Here's another one. So, the leader with the final dragon attacks the castle. So you have the castle, and it's surrounded by houses and like civilian places. Around the houses and civilian, like the castle is in the middle, houses everywhere, and after a decent distance, you have a wall surrounded the whole thing. On the walls, you have the same dragon killing weapons every 2 meters or 3 meters in between them. So basically, no matter where you come from, you're facing dragon killing weapons. It's like a strategy game. Like, I don't fucking know, Clash of Clans. So, the leader spawns with their dragon and just destroys all the dragon killing weapons. The same dragon killing weapons that killed the second dragon when they flew over the ocean. Apparently now they're useless because the leader is on top of the dragon. The ground units stormed the walls. Like they stormed the gate. They made it into the. They made it through the walls. They basically made the army of the castle surrender. Everybody, like the army of the castle, dropped their weapons. They surrendered. Basically, they won. And after they ring the surrender bells, the leader on the dragon starts burning everything.
But which one surrendered? Was the leader on the dragon's side the one that surrendered, or was?
No. So the leader on the dragon has the ground troops attack the cat. Like they went.
Okay. So
Yeah.
he made the enemy one though.
Yes, the castle
So
and
why
the
was-
army of the castle surrendered. Basically, they won. They took over the city.
Then why did he burn everything?
Good question. So, the leader on the dragon has beef with the queen in the castle. And because the leader on the dragon is on a fucking dragon, do you expect the leader to just fly to the castle and burn it to the ground because the dragon can burn stone for some reason? Or the leader of the dragon basically starts zigzagging, burning every little house on the way except the castle.
Yeah.
Which do you think they picked?
Oh, definitely the one that chose not to burn the castle, probably.
Yep. Do you want to know the reason why they made the character do that?
Why?
Because they used the civilians as the civilians' innocence as a shield.
Huh?
That reaction is priceless. I'm so happy we're live streaming. I got that shit in 4K. No, I'm fucking serious. So, the leader on the dragon has beef with the queen, and the queen didn't surrender. Somebody fucking rang the bells that surrendered the whole. Basically, the city surrendered. And the army of the castle dropped their weapons. Everybody basically fucking gave up. The leader on the dragon and her ground troops won. After that, she starts burning everything to the ground except the bitch that she has an issue with.
Why?
Because they use their innocence against her. Because the queen used the civilians as an innocent meat shield.
I don't get it. This stuff seems stupid.
Yep. I know. That's why I'm telling you it's not really worth getting into. Trust me, it's not. Oh yeah, by the way, when you're defending a castle, like this is completely like separate from this. Let's say you have a horde of, you're in a castle, you have cavalry, troops, and trebuchets, and the castle is surrounded by zombies that are allergic to fire. How would you set up your defenses?
Well, the zombies are weak to fire,
Yes.
so I probably want to have a whole bunch of fire stuff. And a whole bunch of fire.
To be more specific, where would you put the catapult?
I honestly don't know because I don't know what the castle looks like.
No. Like you have a castle in the middle of a field, and let's say there's like a 5 kilometer radius of empty space around the castle. That's where you can place your troops. And everything outside that radius is zombies. How would you defend the castle?
I would put troops behind the wall and arrows on top. A cannon part will get vantage point to it be, and
Oh, the catapults are the wheels type, like you move them around, sort of catapult.
I would probably want. Is the wall big enough to have them move around on the wall?
No. Like the catapult is basically thicker than the wall.
Okay.
The wall, like you can put archers on the walls, but you cannot put a catapult on it. So you have catapults, archers, troops on the ground, and a cavalry. How would you place the, like, in which order from the castle towards the enemy would you put the cavalry, the infantry, and the catapults?
First, the poor cavalry.
You put the no, from your walls towards the enemy.
I would want. Hold on. A minute. Hold on. What?
He got invaded by grandma. That would be a terrifying Elden Ring boss. Cisco? I don't think we
I'm
can.
not here, bro.
Oh, yeah.
No.
I wasn't
I've
sure.
been hearing it.
I wasn't sure if we can hear you.
No, I can't hear you.
You good, Moo?
Yes. Okay. So, I would want the cavalry to be in front of everyone, so when they're riding on their horses, they don't want people over.
Yep.
I cannot. I would want the archers to be in like the back.
Would you put them on the no? So you have to choose. Hold on. You have to choose where you place the catapults, the infantry, and the cavalry. And you're going from your wall, so the first troops you pick are right up to the wall, and the last troops you pick are the closest towards the enemy. which are zombies.
I want the infantry. I mean, I want the counterparts, infantry, then cavalry.
Congratulations, you're smarter than the quote unquote smartest tacticians in that universe. They
What do
put
they
the
have?
they put the catapult first. Like if the zombies start
That is the most worst place to put that.
good luck explaining that to the fucking writers of this show.
They are idiots. The catapults will get destroyed and swarmed.
Oh
They
yeah.
won't have any.
Hold on, there's more. So, the catapults only fire once. Like each catapult fires one boulder.
Probably because they didn't have enough time before they got destroyed by zombies.
No. Like the zombies didn't reach them. They just fire once, is all.
Okay. Stupid. If they have dragons, they could probably find something to reload the catapult.
Okay. After basically after the catapults fire once, they send the cavalry in alone. So basically, they just made the zombie army bigger.
Why?
Yeah, they send the cavalry alone.
They're idiots. They are dumb.
Oh
They
yeah,
have no brain.
oh yeah, and after this zombie infestation fight, they go to fight the queen in the castle.
I gotta get a charger for my phone real quick.
And I assume and some fucking painkillers for your headache.
I have to go smoke again after this.
Give me some. I could really use some right now too. Ah. Gotta love modern fucking art. Moon right now is facing a battlefield. Ah, poor guy probably has PTSD now.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
I found it.
Did you find the headache pills too?
I could not find those.
uh, by the way, I'm giving you the out of context version because if I give you the context, it makes even less sense.
Can you give me the context now?
No, no, I cannot do it justice. You'll have to watch it to understand the stupidity of it. But actually, I can send you some videos that really go into detail why it's stupid.
I want to watch it just to see how stupid it is.
Oh, we can watch the videos after the podcast is done. We're almost done anyway.
Will I be able to survive all the stupidity?
I survived it. But oh wait, I actually have endurance to stupidity for the most part. It pisses me
You
off,
need a
but it doesn't
potion.
kill
You
me.
need to go get a potion.
Yeah, Moo, prepare fucking sanity pills.
I might have some.
Alright. In that case, let's wrap this up. Are you in the watch together?
Hold on, I will be sick.
Alright.
I will. Uh, my phone's being stupid.
Yeah, it's alright.
Okay, there. I joined.
Alright.
Like bugs, crap performances, and disastrous launches will continue to plague the modern gaming world because it all comes down to the convenience for the publisher and developers, rather than the consumers in this case.
Hold on, I gotta rewind that because that made no sense at all.
For us. And I think for both the sake of the human cost on the dev side and the expectations of the consumer, this needs to be addressed. You can't rush art to meet demand. That's how you end up with the later seasons of Game of Thrones. Stuff like bugs, crap performances, and disastrous launches will continue to plague the modern gaming world because it all comes down to the convenience for the publisher and developers, rather than the consumers in this case.
I guess you can call laziness a convenience on the publisher and developers. Or stupidity. Or lack of effort. But again, he needs to be more specific with this shit. Like, I'm so fucking tired of, like, people that don't go, like, don't explain what they're, what they're saying. Like, all he said, oh, it's convenient for the publisher and developers to just put out shitty games. Is it? When it's losing them money? Or at least reputation? Look at fucking EA. EA is in the fucking streets selling it, like doing tricks at the corner. Like, genuinely, the only way for EA to bounce back into like good graces is to make like Titanfall 3 and to make a good Titanfall 3. Like better than Titanfall 2, which I fucking doubt they will.
I have a question. Uh, are the Titanfall games on Xbox? I wanted to play them, but I didn't know if they were on Xbox.
I do not know. I have it on. Titanfall 2 is much better than the first one.
Because I wanted to see how. Because I heard a lot of people saying they were really good.
The second
Well,
one is really good. The first one is basically online only. There's no story. It's basically Call of Duty with jetpacks. Well, that's the thing. Call of Duty copied Titanfall before people fucking lose their minds based on what I said. But to be fucking honest, it is basically Titanfall is basically Call of Duty, and they added jetpacks and stuff. And then Call of
Okay.
Duty copied Titanfall 2 with the jetpacks. So I'm not wrong, but in any case, Titanfall 2 is the one you're looking to get.
Okay. I'll see if I can find it.
Alright. I think you can. But I highly recommend to like wait for the PC. To like wait for your PC to be fixed and then get it on PC.
Okay.
Back in the day when you bought a game, it came on a physical cartridge or disc, meaning the devs and publisher had to ensure their product was perfect because if it wasn't, There was no way of fixing it. But nowadays, with the internet and things like digital rights management, or DRM for short, games can be fixed and updated over a longer period of time. So the only way to truly save yourself from the crush.
There were games on discs that fucking came with like problems and they had a day one patch. Actually, if you play on consoles, the moment you buy a game, like brand new game, you put the disc in, it installs, and then you would have to wait for a day one patch to fucking download. Like the only way you could experience the fucking disc version is if you fucking put the disc in and basically disconnected your console from the internet and played the game after it finished installing. Because there was always a day one patch.
Disappointment that is modern gaming is maybe to reject succumbing to day one hype and simply waiting to play later. Of course, there's still plenty.
Really? You spent 2 seconds pointing out the fucking obvious. You wasted 19 minutes, like, complaining about modern games, giving us fucking bullshit fucking solutions, and the only solution that would fix everything, you said it in just 2 seconds and gloss over it? What the fuck? Oh my god. No wonder this guy had to resort to the fucking woke shit. Because otherwise he wouldn't get fucking views.
Whenever I open my window, it sounds like someone's screaming and I don't like it.
That is genuinely more interesting than the video.
Yeah, what the hell?
Unironically. Like,
Just
I want to know. I'd rather know why your window is screaming when you open it more than what the fuck this guy has been saying for the past 19 minutes.
I tried seeing if there was a ghost in my window before. If there is, it has not talked to me.
Casper, the retarded ghost.
My window, I'm not even joking. Whenever I open it, it sounds like it's screaming at me.
I know a fix for that. It's called fucking Vaseline or oil. WD-40.
I've tried that.
Wait, is it made out of like that old ass fucking white wood?
I think maybe. Probably. I've tried a lot of stuff.
What do you mean probably? How do you not know what your own window is made out of?
Because I never really looked that much at it.
You don't need to look that you don't need to focus that hard on a fucking window to know if it's made out of the old style wood window or the new ones that have like double glass.
I'm pretty sure it's made out of the old window because this house is pretty old.
You look at your window.
I am right now. I cannot tell. I'm not good at telling stuff.
Oh my god.
Plus, also, I don't have my glasses on right now.
Okay, that explains it. But never mind.
Launch, mostly Asian made, mind you, but still.
I see if it ghost in my window.
Hold on. What the fuck did he say?
Hype and simply waiting to play later. Of course, there's still plenty of games that work fine at launch, mostly Asian made, mind you, but still.
What do you mean Asian made? Have you ever heard of fucking wait, is technically Dark Souls Asian? Wait. Isn't From Software like American company?
I don't know.
Okay. Need for Speed. Forza, um, Titanfall. What other good games out of the box do you guys know?
Skyrim's a good game.
What game?
Skyrim.
You're cutting out, but I finally heard Skyrim.
Skyrim.
I
Skyrim is one of the games.
Is it Japanese? Is it Japanese though?
No.
Okay. Basically any games that are great out of the box that aren't Japanese. GTA games. So yeah, argument mute. Fuck off. Endymion.
Stuff like Cyberpunk or even The Witcher are good examples of updates fixing the problem.
I don't remember Witcher having fucking game-breaking problems. Especially on launch.
Then eventually the game could in theory be good and will also be much cheaper too. It's not a very exciting solution, but the reality is that a lot of these modern game companies are simply pushing to release their games to hit deadlines and ensure investors are happy. Which, I mean, I get it, it's a business and money is obviously important, but it's clear that at its core, the absolute state of modern gaming these days is just flawed and in need of deep correction. Remember,
I love how you point out The Witcher and Cyberpunk. One of the, like, two of the biggest and densest fucking video games out there. Go after Call of Duty. Go after Battlefield. Go after Last of Us. Go after literally any fucking game that's not a open world RPG. Go after Need for Speed, for fuck's sake. Or any FIFA game. Actually, FIFA is the best example for the fucking issues of video games. Same game every year with cheap, lazy fucking updates, yet you pay full price, and it's full of greedy microtransactions and scummy business decisions. Why was he talking for fucking 9 minutes, 10 minutes about Microsoft when he has fucking FIFA right then and there on the fucking silver platter? No, golden platter at that point.
that whatever you buy or play, you're actively supporting those things. I'm not going to judge you whether you think playing something is right or wrong because the world isn't binary like that. A lot of people hate it for Spoken, but I'm finding dumb fun with it. A lot of people got mad that Dead Space has stuff like genderless bathrooms. But to be honest, I was...
Who the fuck ever said that? What the fuck? What are these points? My brain. Did you guys ever hear somebody complain about Dead Space having genderless bathrooms?
No, nobody cares a shit about.
Did you guys even know that Dead Space has genderless bathrooms? I fucking didn't.
No, that's not.
I would have noticed.
I watched walkthroughs of all the Dead Space games and genuinely never fucking noticed or paid attention to what fucking gender is on the door of a fucking bathroom.
Why would it even matter?
Exactly, it's a horror fucking game. It don't matter who the fucking bathroom is for. It doesn't even matter that there is a bathroom or not there.
More concerned with not getting my head torn off by a necromorph to care about it. Hopefully we'll...
So why mention it? This is one of your fucking points.
EA, Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, and so many other companies are these publishers and studios realizing that the bubble will eventually pop. It's already happened to Ubisoft, and now they're in dire straits. And it's only a matter of time before places like EA or the Xbox division fall into similar pits of trouble.
Mate, EA has been done. EA has been dead long before Ubisoft. Ubisoft is still fucking kicking. Unironically, Ubisoft is launching fucking finished games. Yes, they're buggy, but they're fucking finished. Compared to other fucking video games like Battlefield 24, 2042, and fucking Call of Duty. Or like Battle Royale games. Or live fucking action, like live service game. Targets. Like, how stupid. When you have targets like FIFA, Battlefront, what other shitty games? Last of Us 2, Cyberpunk, um, fuck it, any game that has a fucking battle pass system nowadays. You have so many fucking targets to shoot at. Why do you shoot at the worst ones?
Unless serious course direction is taken. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Here's a question for you. Where can you get 30,000 coins, 600 emeralds, and 5 awesome heroes to start dominating in here?
How ironic. The person that's been complaining about scummy microtransactions basically promoting a game with scummy microtransactions.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
An idiot is one thing. I would argue he's a fucking, like, he's gonna take me so fucking out of context for saying this, but he's a fucking retard for this shit. And a
He
hypocrite.
is, though.
Like, what the fuck? Uh,
Reward right away. Hey, too slow. The answer is in the link in the description below. Play Hero Wars now. But hopefully they can't turn it around. I love this industry and the games within it too.
this is the third, by the way, that was the third fucking time he made one of those fucking mini sponsor fucking sections.
All you need is one.
That's the
Why
thing.
did he do it?
He had one at the beginning, one at the middle, and one at the end here.
Why? What's the point?
Greed, because you get paid for having one at the start, one at the middle, and one at the end. And like, for example, let's say Raid Shadow Legends like approaches you. Hey, we're gonna pay you $200 to promote our game, and we're gonna pay you extra for having a promo at the start, a promo at the middle of your video, and a promo at the end. Like, each one of those gives you extra.
Doesn't make sense for. This is why I think it doesn't make sense. If people are gonna buy the game from it, they are gonna do it from the first one. If you keep stubbing it in their face, they're gonna get annoyed and definitely not buy it.
Well, that's the thing. They're gonna have, like, some people are gonna skip the first one, and the second one, and the third one.
Much to let it die or
Why
fall
does
to ruin.
Wade
So
Sour
I'll
Legends
keep pushing.
do sponsors anymore? Everyone on the earth knows who they are at this one in place.
No, but that's the thing. I don't have an issue with sponsors as long as you do it fucking properly. Or like like the thing is, don't do it at the start of the fucking video, because nobody, like, we don't, like, new people that start watching you will immediately get turned off by it, or fucking subscribers that know your shtick, they will just skip it because they know it's coming. Just Leave the sponsor at the end, because only people that genuinely fucking give a shit about your opinion will support you there. Putting it in the fucking middle or before you even start making arguments will only fucking um will only just fucking hate you for it. And if you're
I
just
hit the most that's in the middle. I
eh,
don't care that much if it's in the middle.
but that's the thing, it doesn't matter where he like it doesn't matter. The way he does it is fucking like horrible. He has one at the start, one at the middle, one at the end, and they're not like in depth. They're like small snippets of hey, play this game, so link in the description. Hey, play this game, you get this, link in the description. If you haven't done it by now, this is the offer, link in the description.
He just seems like an annoying person.
That's the thing. This version of him is much more tolerable than the shit he does now. Like his,
Oh, what does he do now?
this is 1 year old video. What he does? Do you remember the Helldivers 2 is woke video?
I don't remember if I remember that. I don't think.
Do you remember the GTA 6 is woke video?
I don't.
Okay, go back through the podcasts and watch those videos and compare those to this.
I will. I will be doing that. I will.
Trust me, this one is much better. He's still wrong and fucking scummy and misleading as always, but at least it's not shoving woke shit in your face on top of it.
To ensure that maybe someday we'll have a game industry where things are finally going in the right direction.
Is that enough time for the team? Are you guys confident that the game will be ready by then and good to go by April 16th?
Well, that's a bit of a weird question because, I mean, if we wouldn't, then we wouldn't have announced the release date.
Based on that legacy of genuine and honest communication, you've trusted us and pre-ordered our game. And despite good reviews on PC, the console version of Cyberpunk 2077 did not meet the quality standard we wanted it to meet. Every change and improvement needed to be tested, and as it turned out, our testing did not show a big part of the issues you experienced while playing the game.
And that, my friends, is the state of modern gaming today. But it doesn't have to be, because players, as well as the developers behind them, deserve so much more. And the only way to start that change is by having a conversation. And that's why this video...
No, the only way to fucking start the change is by stop buying and pre-ordering video games that are trash. Like, stop pre-ordering, because it's not gonna help you at all. It's just gonna fucking cost you more for 3 days early access to a fucking pile of garbage. Or to a good game. You don't know, because it's a fucking pre-order. And don't buy a game on release. Just wait, like, watch gameplay. Fucking see how the game runs. And how the game is on day one. If the game is shit on day one, don't buy it. Or ask for a refund immediately. But like No Man's Sky is the best example of this. They fucked up. On launch, the game was dog shit. And a scummy fucking lie. Like, they lied about half of the features in the game. Like, they were missing features they promised to the fucking community. And after years of fucking updating the game for free and putting a fuck ton of effort into it, the game is good now. And the fan base actually fucking supports them now. Like, again, like, I agree with what you're saying, but your conclusions are trash and genuinely fucking wrong. Fucking hell. Oh, that was a horrendous fucking video. How are you guys holding up?
What?
How are you guys holding up?
Holding something.
Did you guys get enlightened by this incredible pile of garbage?
Definition of enlightened is different anyway.
My brain boy.
Yeah, I guess the best way to describe this is my brain ouchie. Like, god damn. 22 minutes of useless. Which was turned into like 3 fucking hours. Fucking hell. So, in conclusion, modern game development is shit because the standards of quality are through the fucking molten core of the earth. The the greed of the companies just outweighs the qualities of the game through microtransactions, lazy development, you fucking name it. There's many ways to go about it. Look at EA loot boxes or Fortnite skins and battle passes. Look at The Crew from Ubisoft, using real money to buy fucking digital cars. Even GTA 5 with their fucking shark cards. This goes on and on. But yeah, main culprits: low standards of quality, greed, and a third fucking common denominator: focus on pretty graphics instead of gameplay or story, depending on what game you're making.
Yeah. Yeah, I pretty much agree with that.
Anything else I missed? Possibly.
Oh.
And as a final, what?
Don't make a game every single year. Don't make like one bad game every single year.
Oh yeah, but that's kind of implied with low standards of fucking game development quality. Like the game is not done. Don't publish it. Simple as that. And that Cyberpunk clip where they're like, "Yeah, you pre-ordered the game. We're sorry, but we haven't encountered the fucking bugs that appeared on release." Fucking bullshit. Like, there's no fucking way in hell you haven't fucking like run the game and never have that encountered, considering how fucking much it happened and how easy it happens.
They played the game once with their eyes closed and said there was no bugs. That's what they did.
Basically. Which again, low standards of quality. Yeah. And as a final hoorah from um Shadow, he sent this before he had to go, and as I said, I will show it after we're done.
I that thing from that thing.
It's in the chat.
Okay, second. If my lets me. Uh,
Yep. For some reason, um, Polish and Lithuanians just seem to love to threaten people watching the stream to subscribe or die. Dart is threatening with air to
why is the
ground.
sub
What?
your blue? Okay, they sort of made the one that says die in the one hand and the one that says sub to your blue because you're blue.
I think it's supposed to be the lore accurate way. Take the red pill, I tell you the truth. Take the blue pill, you go back to your normal life.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I could be wrong. But I think
What's that one? I have not watched the Matrix movies.
yeah, and I haven't watched them either. But I think that's the purpose. I see what you mean though. Like I do agree. Like the blue one should be sub to Leo, the red one should be death. It like that's how naturally would come to mind. Like red death makes sense, and blue because it matches my channel. But in like blue could be anything, but red should be the death option because colors like red implies negative or intense stuff in general. But if it's oh god,
I sword.
if it's like lore accurate that the red pill is the good one, then I don't mind. You can I can put it on screen and like if you send a picture on Discord.
So
I don't remember if you actually showed us your sword because I think you did.
well, you get to see him again. I will show you this one. Hold on, I'm taking a picture.
By the way, this will pop on stream, so don't have any wet wipes or tissues around.
Don't worry, I don't. There, I posted a picture of my sword.
By the way, we have the same controller.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Oh shit, that's the Legend of Zelda sword.
Yeah.
The Master Sword, right?
Yep.
Awesome. Is it like sharpened like an actual blade or is it like a display piece?
It is it's a real metal sword, but it's not soft. It's dull. It's not softened.
Oh, so it's a display piece. Okay.
Yeah. But it's really pointy. I do have
Well,
one that is soft.
makes sense that it's pointy. It's a fucking sword.
I have one soft one though.
Yeah, don't have that around.
I keep it under my bed.
Why would you give the bed monster a fucking weapon?
To protect itself. Me and him are cool.
Oh shit! That is a genuinely good fucking answer.
Not cool.
Not gonna lie, like that is the best answer you could come up with. Oh shit! You're the fucking Sigma music for that shit. Call an ambulance, but not for me. Uh, well, that concludes the live stream and the Endymion trilogy, I guess. We might possibly revisit the topic like in another fucking podcast if new arguments get introduced or when Nord wants to debate us. Nord, if you survived this podcast, if you have any criticism or like topics you feel we haven't covered, um, uh, let me know because we can make another podcast discussing this. But it's not gonna be a video unless you bring one. It's just gonna like it's gonna be like the good old Helldivers 2 debate. That's what I call our discussion. Like genuinely the best discussion I've ever had online was with Nord when we debated the quality of Helldivers 2.
Oh yeah, and Leo,
Yes?
I've had a lot to think about, and I think you were right about the dances. I think you can steal a dance now. I've had a lot to think about it.
Oh yeah, when we discussed Fortnite.
Yeah, I think you. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it depends on the dance steal. I think it depends a little bit on the dance, but mostly I think you can steal dance.
Well, the idea of you create something, whether it's a dance, a painting, a fucking fart in the wind. Like you create something, you own it.
Yeah, I agree with mostly. I agree with that mostly.
And the moment a company, like for example, if somebody takes my one of my YouTube videos and posts it on their social media, technically I can fucking sue them into the ground because they're stealing my content. But that is an option. I have multiple options. I can contact them and tell them to take it down or promote me at least, or I can not DMCA them, the copyright strike them. I can DMCA them. I can basically uh, go into the comment section and embarrass them. Like there's so many options to content theft, but the idea, like the concept of taking someone else's creation without their consent is still theft, and that's what Fortnite is doing with the dances. Because people would just post the like they would make a TikTok of a dance, and a couple months later, fucking Fortnite has it in the game.
How much longer is this podcast gonna be going on for?
We're basically wrapping up.
Okay, because I wanted to. I'm gonna get off, and I wanted to know if later I would be able to come back. But if it's
Well, we're wrapping up. We're wrapping up now, and
Yeah.
we were gonna like I thought we were gonna watch the Game of Thrones videos that show the stupidity.
We might have to do that tomorrow.
Fair enough. Wait, you have to go now?
I might have. I want to go do some stuff.
Fair enough. You can go now if you want. I'll wrap up the live stream.
I might be able to come back and watch them.
Alright. Do you have any idea how long it will take?
No, I don't. Sorry. I'll message you.
Fair enough. I hope I don't pass out because it's like almost 5 a.m. here.
It's 10 p.m. for me.
Oh, fair enough.
Well, bye.
Have a good night.
Take care, mate. Well then, hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. The layout is a bit off, most likely, because it's not identical to what Streamlabs we covered. I explained it a couple times what happened with Streamlabs. Scummy business practices all over. At one point, you wouldn't even own your own fucking life. But other than that, hope you found the discussion interesting, and you learned to like if you listen to most of the fucking videos on online, no matter the topic, no matter the video game, when there's bold statements of quality, if most of the time when you listen to these popular YouTubers, they contradict themselves at least 2 to 3 times in their own fucking in 22 minutes. But people that put in the work like Mauler, Rags, Metal, Fringy, basically so many YouTubers that put in the work and effort into their scripts will not contradict themselves. Hell, my Helldivers 2, the video is like 19 minutes, but I put a lot of effort into my script to make sure that there's no contradictions, there's accurate information, I'm not lying about anything, and that I'm criticizing the game or the media fairly and objectively. But other than that, hope you had a fantastic evening, day, or morning, and Leo out.